this is all like pouring off of here. One, the flour doesn't stick, and then two, it makes these crumbs and chunks in the flour, in the seasoning flour, which you're also not going for. So there we go. Now pressing it, you know I'm squeezing it, right? I'm squeezing it like I normally do. That's what makes these different layers. That makes that flaky chicken. That's the key to it, pressing it. I know in Popeyes, they do theirs 7 times, which means they press, mash, press 7 different times before they put it into the fryer. So remember your basic coat of flour, take it out. Fold that down, let that do its thing. Now this chicken's done, it's beyond done. But I'm gonna season a couple pieces before I take it out. It's not gonna kill you chicken breast. In a normal sense, like if you was baking chicken breast, it's 100% unforgiving. You need to take it out when it's done, or else it'll dry out. Deep frying it, on the other hand, no, you can leave it in there for a second or two longer. It's no big deal. A minute or two longer is not gonna hurt in a deep fry. But if you were doing like a bake or something, you definitely don't want to leave that in there too long. And I'm gonna take these out, and I'll show you guys once they cool off on the rack. I'll bring them over. But that's how the chicken's gonna look. Even as a tender or a patty like this, sandwich, whatever, that chicken is moist, it's flaky, it's got the crispy crunchiness you're looking for. It's definitely good, and it smells fantastic. Okay, what are we at here? That's gonna get close to being done, and I don't have time to look at that, so we gotta move on to the next pieces. And so if your flour starts to get a little clunky because you put too much or not enough this water in here, the club soda, what's gonna happen is you're gonna get these flakes in here. So I'm not draining it fast enough, or draining enough of it off. Those flakes are bad. They are bad. And the reason why they're bad is they're going to concentrate all the salts and everything you put in there. It's no longer a mixture. It's going to be a concentrated part where it's all mushed together with all the salt, and boy, you don't want that. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that. I probably got 2 more. I can get 2 more. Okay. So we still got hot sauce on this. I'm still shaking it out of the bowl too. Now we're going in here. Same steps, repeat, rinse and repeat. That's all this is. Not doing anything new any other time. You gotta really hold this chicken too, because the bag, the slickness of the chicken, the flour rubbing off, it all wants to fall. So if you shook it off and you took all this time to get all that excess off of there, and it fell back in there, it's gonna suck. That's gonna put you behind on time. This is a really big piece right here. Probably should cut this one down. But honestly, yeah, I don't care. It's not gonna take long. So now our oil is back to right around 330 or so. Now we're moving into our last piece of breading. Now look what I'm gonna do with this. Once I'm at my last piece, I'm putting my extra flour in there. I know it seems weird, but honestly, we need to thin the flour out. So, got my last piece in there. Taking it over here now. Dunking it. Getting all that. Oh, snap, this is breaking. This piece wants to break so bad. And I'm not going to let it get off of here. Okay. Ha! It wanted to break. Oh, Jimmy didn't let it. Oh, but I didn't let that motherfucker break. Alright. There we go. That's bread. You see how flaky that is? Like there's layers of seasoning on it. Because we're tossing it around, mashing it, tossing it around. Then I get these layers on there. That's what makes that skin look like that. You ever wonder, like, are people putting corn flakes or something in there? It's not really that. It's just how they're mixing it. So here's the done chicken. And that's how your done chicken is going to look. So there's that. No, you can't have one right now, man.
Mike said, I'm so glad my brother came with the food, or this had been torture me. It's been torture for me.
Oh, yeah, man. My fault. No good food on the stream, just watching somebody make good food. You know what made me do it? Because I made this the other day. I made it probably on Monday or so. Monday, was it?
I mean, just look at it, the layers.
Bro, the flakes, the crispiness of it. It's actually crispy chicken. It's not... What the key to making it crispy, though, is absolutely the club soda. The club soda in the egg is an absolute must. That's a step you cannot skip. You skip that step, I don't care what you put on it, it's not going to be as crispy and crunchy. And it even gets crunchier over time. It is not like it's going to get soggy just sitting there. It's going to get crunchier over time. So once we get this last batch in here, what I'm going to do is also get the buns done up. I mean, we're close. Now what you can do is sift.